How do you deal with chronic fear? So we've just talked about how everything has got, think about this, the good and the bad. Two sides. No matter how thin you slice it, there are always two sides. We've also discovered not only does it have two sides, it's equal and opposite. This is why your greatest strength is also your greatest weakness. Yes? This is why your greatest setback is also your greatest set up. Yes? So this is why if you're experiencing chronic fear, you should be very grateful because there is something amazing about it. In fact, if you're experiencing fear all the time, just remind yourself what fear as an evolutionary force has really meant for the human society. If we rewind back time many, many, many years ago, the cavemen, cavewomen, fearing for their life, they got creative. They created houses. They created weapons to fend themselves, to keep themselves safe. Fast forward many, many years later, scientists, geniuses got together, fearing diseases, fearing that could wipe out things that could wipe out us humanity. They began to create some, solutions to better humankind. Fast forward many, many years later, you realize this modern world that we see today, that's unfolded before our very eyes, it has evolved due to a level of fear. That is an evolutionary force. But here's the thing. This fire, if you do not channel it towards the right direction, is chaotic. It becomes almost belittling. It harms you. You lose control of it. The key is to give direction to this inner chaos. The key is to give direction to this inner chaos. Think about Michael Phelps, one of the most celebrated Olympians of our time. When he was growing up, young child, struggling with ADHD, always felt like a broken child. In lessons, couldn't pay attention, thought he was broken, thought he was unintelligent. That was his inner chaos. It was out of control. All of a sudden, in his younger years, he found a sport called swimming. And what he found was all of a sudden, his so-called weakness was an ultimate strength. His restless mind allowed him to really swim better than everybody else. Fast forward many years later, he became one of the most celebrated Olympians of our time. He gave direction to his inner chaos. Yes? Right now, if you're experiencing chronic fear, it's because your body, your mind is getting you to move. It's a fuel for the next step of your chapter. As after all, think about this. We're wired for evolution. We're wired for change. And sometimes because we ignore, get this, one of the most important symptoms, because we ignore discontent and longing, you know that feeling back of your heart that says, I should do something? You know that feeling back of your heart where it says, come on, change, do something. Because we numb this, because we say, oh, no, tomorrow, next year. Guess what? It gets to a point where your mind, body has absolutely no other way to wake you up other than give him some chronic fear. Get something in him, right? All of a sudden, you're feeling these emotions all the time because your mind and body's like, come on, let's finally change. Let's finally move. Let's do something about it. So your mind and body right now is signaling you, change, do something. Your calling is great. Hence why you're feeling something. Your potential within you is incredible. Otherwise, you won't be feeling these emotions. Get clear of your vision. That's your true north. That's your star, guiding star. And provided you do that, you realize before you know it, this fear becomes the fuel that allows you to succeed. Fear, if you use it right, it can change your life. That's for sure. So if you're feeling fear, use it to your advantage. Whatever you're feeling, use it to help you. We're living in a world today whereby we put an emphasis on positive emotions. And I agree, it's great to feel good, but life doesn't always operate on those principles. At the same time, it's not all about the positive emotions. Because think about this, just because you feel good all the time, doesn't mean you're going to create a good life. Some people have murdered each other in the name of love. So-called positive emotion. Vice versa. If you're feeling fear or negative emotions all the time, it doesn't mean you have to do something negative. That's a choice. So the question is, how can you use what is to your advantage here? That's the choice you got to make. Some people use fear to make them hide and run away. Some people use them to make them go. Green light. Thank you for energizing me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go right now. Some people use that. That is your choice here.